that you never let me go. Is this true?
Yeah, Saha, I'm a loner. I'm borderline in Mexico, my mind's in Arizona. Yeah. I'm the symbol of a prince, and you find as Apollonia. I'm a doctor, a bachelor, a master, my fourth diploma. The cashier from off the corner. Moon rock aroma, Baccarat Kelowna. Every time I set the bar, I'm knocking down Coronas. Sativa from Seattle, I was an organ donor. She wanna marry, but I dance around the ring like I'm Loma. She mad that I don't wanna. Shawty wanna leave, I said the sooner the better. Make a stop in Oklahoma. Here's a pickup line, I don't own a Tacoma. Who ain't ever heard of Williams Sonoma? But I smoked a blunt with her, so why would I stone her? She talking in my ear, I'm like, I don't belong here. Cause I see through them lies like lingerie, you ain't gotta enunciate. I know what you wanna say, she said.
I just wanna run this place so that I can run away with you. I need you to let me know that you never let me go. Is this true? Oh baby.
I met a dancer out in Aspen, we was co-chillin'. She had dreams to be an actress, but the role switched. So now she's on the pole stripping just to get attention. From old to a probably throw their whole pension. She running game, but she really run away. But I ain't show up with no cape, so I can't say today. It's kinda sad how Mona Lisa turned to Lisa Ray. Let me explain, she insecure, no Issa Rae. Running plays, defeat the fam like it's Hunger Games. Rolling grams at my mother's pad in my younger days. I was not afraid to hit the block and get my pockets paid. Bumping Big Papa, who shot you, put that shit on Callaway.
Flight 019er, 2 miles northeast to establish an approach.
Let's run away from your curse, you know, then be worse. A difficult relationship game, let's see who cheat first. She think the order to pay me is to reimburse. She drink me like a Sprite, then still can't abate her thirst. Her heart was cold like mid of February, and plus the attitude was unnecessary, that sucks. She claimed to hold it down to be the good one, of course. But once you raise the volume up too hot, no, we can't adjust. A lot of things to build and to demonstrate. Ain't no hesitation when it come to place. But if you run away with me, you can't play no games with me. Keep it natural, cause I ain't into Kim K's. She tried to tell me that isn't the truth. If you don't believe the truth, why should I believe in you? I know you think I wouldn't let you through, but feelings wasn't this mutual. I'ma give you the deuce. Oops.
I just wanna run this place so that I can run away with you. I need you to let me know that you never let me go. Is this true? Oh baby. I wanna take a flight with you.
Flight
I wanna
levels.
dream to
Yeah, it's all flight
come
levels.
true. And I
Can't-
love
can't-
you because you are who you are. We're gonna shoot for the moon, we're gonna land on the stars, we're
Third
gonna
auto.
make it out.
They talk like they been in it. They acting like I'm new to this. Instead of trying to hate a soldier, go on here, salute me. Try and play me like a loser until I get victorious. Say they sleeping on me till I wake them up like Morpheus. Get it? This point is trying to protect me when people disrespect me. Saying life a game of chess, but dog, don't check me. You try and come for the king, then I swing out at night. Bishops coming by the sight. What you mean? Say if I get rich, I'm trying to overfill the plate. While you spending cash on material, I'm buying real estate. Why you sign your soul to them people? Now let's negotiate. Now he think he gang, but really don't affiliate. Then they get exposed to the media and get humiliated. Feel like I'm getting greater at seeing to really fake. Taking names trap for a note. This ain't no major take. It's all flight levels. Now let's fly and
I
shake.
wanna take a flight with you. I want our dreams to all come true. And I love you because you are who you are. We're gonna shoot for the moon, we're gonna land on the stars, we're gonna make it out.
contacted my plug. He said, what you calling me for? City, some drugs, like what you on level 2. He gave 2 zones, but I bought them both out. 2,400 at a time, I chopped and bagged out. Then bubble, talking about double. I went in triple, hit the block with money mid CD player, 9 milli pistol. Fiend single file, line of attention, kind of a issue. My flight level was like a nuclear missile. Get money, hated, but still I was Arctic cool. That's cold. They call me light cause my knowledge can help me rule, but they only understand.
Those are some vibes from King Made Music _ on Instagram if you're interested. Really good groove there. Hello, everyone. Good to see your beautiful faces. How's your beautiful face, Haran? Can we get a smile from you? Get a little smile. Get a little smile. There you go. How is everybody? The beautiful Lily. Lily, I forgot to tell you, I watched the playback yesterday. I love that freaking shirt. You are always beautiful, but that shirt yesterday, that's like my kind of thing, and I forgot to mention it.
What was I wearing? I was asleep the whole time.
It was like a camouflage, very bright colored camouflage type of thing.
Got you. Yes. Yesterday was such a long day. I was like, by the time the show hit, I was just zombie.
Tell. Listen, I could tell. I know my team. I could tell. You were kind of sitting there like, I'm gonna sit here, but I ain't gonna be here long. But you still gave us your all, like always. What's up, Antonio Keys? How are you, darling? One of my Facebook friends. What's up, YouTube Press? Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of On the Block with Jen. I'm your favorite devil's advocate. You can reach me on all social media platforms, On the Block with Jen, specifically TikTok and Instagram. I'm on Facebook, but I don't really care about Facebook like that. Business, On the Block with Jen at Gmail. If you want to contact me about any business. Thank you so much for the cash apps that I get when I'm off air. If you want to support the show with the cash app and keep it discreet, On the Block with Jen cash app, it is scrolling on the bottom. If not, you can throw your money into a super chat. You guys can come up today. We're not going to be here all night like we normally do. It really have to be on and popping for us to stay here on normal 2 hours. I don't think that's going to happen tonight, but you never know on the block. You never know who gets in their feelings. So I can't even predict that. I'm just saying.
Could be a drive-by. It could be a shootout.
It could be a drive-by. We don't know. It could be a fight on the court. We don't know. We do not know. Okay. I'm just saying I would like to take care of a couple of things after the show before it's completely dark out, but we shall see. So welcome everyone. Lily, let the people know where to find you because I want to get into, I'm glad you guys are here. I don't know if some people are here from Facebook or Instagram, but I'm going to talk about my celibacy tonight, which a lot of people were interested in after a video I posted. So I want to touch on that and then we can segue into our main topic. Thank you for the early super chat, Black Lexicon. See, if these start happening, I may hang out. Okay, I may hang out a little longer, right? Black Lexicon says, I'm not missing 1 second of the show tonight. I'm licking my plate clean tonight. Whoa, okay.
I love it. Okay.
I love the energy. Lily, let the people know where they can lick your plate.
But if you want to come looking, come over to YB Limited, all right? And I want to thank you all that subscribe to the YB Limited YouTube channel. And you can find me under all things YB Limited. That is spelled the letter Y, the letter B, the word limited. And yes, I am on other platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And that's about it for today.
Musician and music producer Heron DeMarco. You can catch me here as Heron.DeMarco under YouTube. You can also catch me as Dangerous DeMarco on the IG and Threads, and you can catch me as Heron DeMarco under Spotify and Apple Music.
And I am No Saint, Saint No Saint at IG, Saint No Saint on YouTube, No Saint on TikTok.
All right. All right, guys. So let's jump right into this, okay? First of all, is there any fluff, or am I the only fluff tonight?
I think you're the only one tonight.
Okay.
I've got it's not. I don't know how long we'll talk about it. It's not. I'm trying to see if this mic's on. This thing on?
I can hear. I hear you flumbling.
Sounds
and
backwards.
trembling.
I think that's better. Okay. It was on the other side. So yeah, I thought this was interesting today 2 months to the day after the head of the Wagner group, mercenary group, Pogolsky, I might be getting his name wrong. I don't have it in front of me. Anyway, 2 months to the day that he went marching on Moscow, and then he made a deal, and supposedly he was going to go train the Belarus troops, and he was in Africa yesterday because he's the mercenary group he does the bidding of what Russia wants to do. It's like a private army. 2 months to the day, his plane didn't only crash, it fell out the sky. They got video of it falling out the sky, his private jet with about 10 other people.
Oh my.
Yeah.
So they did it, or they did? How does this work?
He was flying from St. Petersburg back to Moscow, and something went wrong.
Something.
They didn't push him out of a window, but something went wrong. And
Well, Kari said they say it was shot down.
That's what the people saying.
It could have been a bomb, like something that happened. It was at 26,000 feet. Great footage of whoever was in the middle of nowhere taking the camera footage, because it wasn't like flames or anything. It was just like you just saw it going like just kind of falling out the sky. It was crazy looking.
So they wanted to see their work. That's what it was. They sat back. They knew it was going to go down right in that spot. They wanted to see and record their work.
And once it hit the ground, it exploded into flames, and there were, I think, 10 other people about 10 people on board. And then he had another plane behind them with other people of his group, but that one made it safely to landing. And as you know, they have it's interesting. They over in Russia and some other countries, but Russia, they have a good way of like acting like, oh, we have nothing to do with it, but it's really just sloppy, like just like sticking people with poison. It's like real obvious that this was a hit,
They don't do like they do over
on
here.
Purpose. Was it really sloppy, or did they do it sloppy on purpose?
Yeah, right. I don't think it's almost like they don't care. It's like, say what you want to say.
I'll tell you what, when I heard there was a coup or a coup attempt, and then it was like, we just let him go and go about his business, I was like, nah, he's supposed to be dead.
Yeah.
So
my whole thing was, if you're gonna do that, you better go all the way. Don't pull back and say, okay, now we got a deal, because that's not how it works over there.
Okay. Welcome, Kari. Good to see you again.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Like being here, like coming over here, joining y'all over here and stuff.
We love having you. So tonight's topic is, are they looking for love or help? And who knows, maybe tonight we'll admit that we've been on both sides. Before we get into the topic, I did want to briefly, I have a little bit of fluff. I posted a really sexy thirst trap video on Instagram. And during the video, and I'm dancing, I have captions basically saying like, celebrating 2 years of celibacy. It's been cleansing spiritually and mentally. However, my next boo will get Hulk smashed. Right.
And everyone celebrated you?
No. A couple of people celebrated, right? People were celebrating. They were like, yeah. And here's the thing. I did it kind of like, I wasn't seriously like celebrating, because it's not, my celibacy was not some sort of vow of like, I know a lot of people go celibate and it's like a vow for something. My thing was just, because a lot of people asking, well, why did you go? And I told them, watch the show if you want to know why. The reason why I'm celibate is because I'm not in a relationship. It's just that simple for me. There's no vow of celibacy. There's no, I have to find myself. I have to give my body a break. It's basically, I'm not in a relationship, guys, and I don't feel like having casual sex, because to me, it's not as satisfying as being in a relationship and being really, really into somebody. Not at this point in my life, because I have other goals and I'm very tunnel vision and focused. So right now, I don't have the need for that casual sex, right? And that's why, sorry, I know you guys, maybe you tuned in thinking it was going to be something more biblical or epic. It really is. I'm just not in a relationship right now. that's it. And I haven't been in a serious relationship for like 2 years, hence celibate for 2 years. But that's the reason. What I did want to talk about was, obviously it was a thirst trap. Great. Guys do what they do in the comments, right? We know why we're here. We like Marshawn Lynch. You know why we're here, right? We all know why we're here, right? So, that's not an issue. What I did find interesting, though, was a lot of people appeared, and I'm not even exaggerating, to be disturbed by my celibacy. There were a couple comments. I was like, "Oh, you're missing out on life, and you missed out on 2 years." And some guy said, "You missed out on 2 years of connecting with human beings, and you'll never get that time back." I was like, "Whoa, hey." So it's interesting. A little extra. So I thought it was interesting. However, he wasn't the only one. People do think that if you don't connect with someone physically, then you don't have a human connection, which is really, really sad. Because what about your friends? What about your family? What about people you encounter in the street that you help out day to day, or someone helps you? All of that is human connection. Someone being kind to you in a restaurant, you leaving an extra tip for the waitress because she looks stressed, is a human connection. These are all human connections. But according to this person that was commenting, he was like, "Oh, you missed out on 2 years of human connection. You'll never get those years back." And I was like, ouch. Like, so the only way you could connect is with penetration. I find that very, very bizarre. And I'll pause there. Haran, you want to say something?
This just sounds so fucking hypocritical. Like, what the fuck do y'all want? Like, by her being celibate, isn't she like, I don't know, managing her body count? Isn't she, preparing herself for pair bonding? Like, you want a hoe or not, nigga? Like, you want this pussy or you don't? Like,
they want a virgin hoe.
It doesn't mean like, oh, she settled down. Oh, well, maybe this is a woman that I can, get to know and blah blah blah, no pressure, blah blah blah. You gonna say you gonna be sitting here like, why aren't you fucking?
That's exactly the tone they were speaking to me. And like, why aren't you fucking?
Then if you came out there that, well, I spent the last year having an immense amount of sex, why aren't you watching your body count? Why aren't you being prepared for pair bonding?
Not the voice. Not the voice.
Like, what do you want? You want mustard on the hot dog? You don't, dog. Like, what are you doing?
Not the voice.
It's true.
You know what? True. It's this simple right here with Tyrone Church. Jen does Jen things. Like, it's just I just do things, right? I just do things. They really don't have a serious meaning to them, unless I say it's like, hey, I'm doing this for that. I'm just like, it's very simple for me. I'm not in a relationship. You know what I mean? When I get in a relationship, then you know what I mean? We'll deal with that. But it was just interesting to me. And then this other guy was like, well, why are you, he was really perturbed. He was like, why are you posting a video dancing? Don't you think that's calling for sex and making you weak? And I was like, whoa, why are you projecting your weaknesses on me, sir? Like, you can still be sexy and not be having sex. Like, are y'all okay?
They're not. They're not. Are y'all okay?
They're not.
And how I interpret those is, why do you look like that and not giving it up? And then it makes
that's what another guy said.
Yeah, that's what I like how I interpret it. I've been through the same exact thing, Jim, for the same reasons. That's so crazy when you said it, because it wasn't nothing deep. It wasn't nothing spiritual. I had been in a long-term relationship. I'm a person who likes to connect when I have sex. Like, so I have to have a real connection with the person. I'm just not going to enjoy it. I don't care how fine they are. I'm not going to enjoy it. So it was just that. So I was like, okay, I'm getting out of this long-term relationship and I'm building this brand. So the brand is more important right now. And I was just focused, and I looked up and I was like, oh shit, how long has it been? And it was pretty much that. I wasn't sitting there like grasping, like, oh my God, I'm not going to have sex. I just, it wasn't that. It was, I really just wasn't thinking about it. But in that particular time period, the way that men would react was so weird to me. And it was all the time. And so it had me thinking, like, why is this one thing so important to you? Like, yes, it's important, but that important, that was a little weird to me. Like the fact that you don't feel alive or whatever. It's just, I don't know. I couldn't understand it, just like they couldn't understand me. So maybe we can get to some answers today.
Yeah.
I think it's because most men aren't celibate by choice. You know, most men, if they ain't having sex, it ain't because they don't want to. It's because they just don't have that option. So they find it hard to believe that a woman would be like, you know, I just don't feel like fucking, and to not feel like fucking for 2 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Good point. Good. Great point. Because I think that's where it came from. Like this guy was like, "You're beautiful and you could get it whenever you want. Like, why wouldn't you be getting?" And I was like, "Well, that's why, because I can get it whenever I want, so I'm not pressed."
Right.
Right.
You know, and I think that would make it easier for a woman to be celibate because women have been getting hit on by men since they was in junior high school.
Right.
Most men ain't getting hit on until they got a big ass bank account and a nice car.
You know what?
Good point.
You're bringing up something that's been obvious for a while. Are a lot of these guys just jealous of women?
You think there's vagina envy, like
I would say
penis
they want to
envy?
be bad. Yeah, they want to be a bad bitch.
You think there's a lot of guys that are just jealous of women because they can have sex anytime they want to. They can, you know, if a woman gets with the right guy, she doesn't have to work. You know what I mean? If she doesn't want to, if she gets with the right gentleman who agrees to it, they can live life, aka on easy mode. Like, are there a mass group of men who are jealous of the advantages women have? Now, let's be clear, both sides have advantages, you know what I mean? But are they just upset with the advantages women have? You know, I think that's something that needs to be considered a lot of times, because a lot of times in most of these arguments I hear, well, women can, live life on easy mode. Women, and I'm like, but I don't want to live off a woman. I don't want to do that. I would assume as a man, you wouldn't want that either. But, lo and behold, a lot of men think differently.
Yeah.
So I think
Misty. Yeah, Misty made a great point. She said they're only pissed because you're not giving them shit to bitch about. And that's another great point, because it's like men that have issues with women, and this is really, I haven't pulled this buddy out in a while, but you know what I mean? Men that have issues with women just have issues with women. It's kind of like when someone doesn't like you, there's nothing you can do or say to change their mind about you or please them. There's nothing you can do or say. I don't like you, right? There's that thing. So I think men, they have deep-rooted issues with women. So if she's quote unquote hoeing, or there's a problem with her. If she's not fucking at all, there's a problem with her. If she's married, there's a problem. If she's sick, there's a problem with her. If you're not religious, there's a problem with her. And I think it really comes from this deep disdain. And we even see that with men who are married, worrying about all the women of the world. We see that with men who have girlfriends, worrying about all the other women of the world. And it's like, dude, you're married. If your wife is up to your standard, that gold standard you guys claim you have, then why are the rest of the women in the world an issue for you? That's the most bizarre shit I've ever seen. It's like you said, I'm starving. Then you stick a steak in front of them and they're like, no, I want to know why over there, why that steak, you have your steak, sir. So it really just goes to show these men in general just have issues with women, period. It has nothing to do with me, my celibacy, or the hoe over there, or who's married and who's not. They just have deep-rooted issues with women, which really are deep-rooted issues about themselves. Okay, if we really break it down.
I also like to add something. What I did see the video that you were saying that you posted earlier, Jay.
It was sexy, right? It was sexy, right?
Yes, ma'am, it was. Now, you know what I mean? Let me finish my point first. Hey.
Go ahead.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm watching whatever, and something really came to mind. There's a lot of guys out here eating, you know what I mean, and, doing their thing. They're being, I guess, to some degree, the best version of themselves. Mm-hmm. But we don't take into consideration that a lot of those guys are eating because, well, the lane was kind of opened up because a lot of the people who are eating already A lot of them are sitting down right now. A lot of them are cool. A lot of them are chilling. A lot of people who are out here really getting it. They're either not paying attention to a lot of these motherfuckers, or they're sitting down chilling. A lot of these people out here really doing things right now. They wasn't really doing things until they got a little job, they got a little opportunity, so on and so forth. So they have this false sense of success and this false sense of capability. We'd be like, no, take away all these, take away the TRT, take away your little job or whatever. You're still a fucking lame, dude.
Not the TRT.
You're still a fucking sucker. It's like saying, and from the hood, we all say that. We all know this one guy or whosoever. We all know the motherfucker who sits on the fucking porch and they boxes probably just peeling a fucking onion. But we know that motherfucker just came home from doing 30 fucking years in Fed Town. And that motherfucker looks harmless, he's chilling, but we know deep down that's a fucking killer. Just sitting there chilling. It's like going to the zoo. A lot of motherfuckers, it's easy to taunt a silverback behind glass.
Oh, yes.
Because, a lot of times that silverback, it's probably nested in the fact that I ain't going home. Fuck it. I'll just make the most of the situation. So it's chilling, and it's easy to just, make goofy faces and assume that, yeah, you can take this motherfucker. Yeah, because you're behind glass. You're behind something that's creating this false sense of superiority. But remove that glass, and you're face to face with a fucking silverback gorilla, probably in its own habitat. And in any given moment, you couldn't last in those situations. So I say this to say, the internet has created a situation, and a lot of this world has created a situation where a lot of these motherfuckers that couldn't have been able to eat 20 years ago or 30 years ago when shit was super competitive can eat now. So don't get it twisted. You can eat now because mediocrity is king, and motherfuckers, let you have a little chance. But if this was yesterday's rules, you'd have got ate the fuck up the moment the starter pistol went off, and you'd have knew what it was. So a lot of times people don't know that. Shut up. You really speaking on things that you really don't know about, man. Just enjoy the show.
That's it.
Right. I did a response video to the responses I was getting, because something occurred to me. People treat sex like a drug, so they self-medicate with sex, right? That was basically my response video. If you notice, sex is like liquor, right? It's like, if you notice, even the most poor person, a homeless person, they'll always find money to buy that bottle of liquor, right? Because it makes them feel good, right? From the richest to the poorest, liquor is the constant. From the richest to the poorest, sex is the constant, right? So a guy without a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, he will find something to stick himself in, and it'll make him feel better. It'll make him feel worthy. Like, look, this woman laid down for me. I got to be worth something if she let me stick her, right? So it's like a lot of men are, and let me not say a lot of men. This is not gender specific, because women do it too. Women also self-medicate with sex, from daddy's issues to I don't feel pretty to I'm not attractive, but this guy will still stick me. You know what I mean? So it's not gender specific. Let me make that clear before I continue. But people do self-medicate with sex. It is the constant that no matter what's going, I lost my job, I feel better if I have sex. I ain't got no money, I'll feel better if I have sex. I feel overweight, I feel better if I have sex. Oh man, no other woman wants me, but I could go downtown, that overweight girl that I don't give a damn about if I have money or not, she'll give me some ass. Or I'll find somebody that's really, really younger. I'll find somebody that's doing way worse than me, and I'll just use her body to self-medicate, right? A lot of people are doing that. So they can't fathom that someone would voluntarily say, no, I don't feel like having sex right now. I got other shit to do, right? I connect sex to relationship. That's just my thing. It's not no fucking extra, I need to fit in this frame. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with, I'm afraid not to pair bond because I might not be able to pair bond. It has nothing to do with that, right? Right now, sex to me would be like getting drunk on the weekend, knowing damn well I have deadlines and shit to accomplish. Same thing, liquor, sex, it's the same thing. To me, it's like an extracurricular activity that makes me feel good. Not only that, but it weakens me. It makes me softer, right? Just like liquor, just like smoking weed, sex is the same way. It calms, it puts you in a state of euphoria. Oh, I'm feeling him. Oh my God, that orgasm was so good. It's no different than throwing back a bottle of wine. And right now I'm not in a place in my life where I need to self-medicate or take myself away from the focus I have right now. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, can I ask you something, Jen?
Yes, absolutely.
When you're in a relationship, are you like I'm, for lack of a better term, like 100% in, and you kind of like give your all, and like you're there a lot and shit like that, and it kind of consumes you a little bit?
110% correct.
See, so that's why that's why it's the celibacy. Okay, I get it. And when I say that, it's because you're like taking yourself off of that dopamine that kind of much gets produced when you're with somebody and you're having sex, and it's just great, you know, and it's like you just want to be there all the time type of thing. So I kind of get it. I get it, you know?
Yes.
Yep.
You know?
Yes. Like when I'm locked down, I'm locked down. Right. And I know for a fact, and you know how I can go to feminists on this. A feminist will be like, women can have it all. We can, you know, I can bring home the bacon and then I can put the baby on my hip and I could take care. I'm telling you now,
it's a lie.
I can't. I don't know about other women. Jen can't. I can't. And I'm not ashamed to admit it. I can't, because when I am in, I am in. So that man better either be prepared to take care of a home financially without going in my fucking purse. Okay? Because when I'm in, I'm in. But no, I can't raise the babies and suck your dick on tap and make your sandwich and clean the house and go out and work and, you know, get my career going. Make sure I'm pretty all the time and my bra and panties match. No, I'm not. I don't know. Salute to the women who are out there and can do that. I am not one of them. I'm not one of them. You can have it all. No. I want this or I want that. And I don't do 50-50. That's another thing. If I'm working and busting my ass to pay bills, I don't fucking need you. I know men hate hearing that. That is a fact. That's just me. And with that said, you will find a woman that will feel sorry for your situation and rock with you. I'm just not that girl. Been there, done that, didn't even get a t-shirt for it. And it's not that I'm bitter about it. It's just that you live and you learn. If you try something and it's not working for you, you'd have to be stupid to continue trying it. And that's with anything. You're not going to put water in your gas tank. It will not run, right? So why would I put water in my gas tank? It will not run. And when I'm dealing with a man that I have to struggle with, that's like putting water in your gas tank. It's not for me. I'm not that girl. However, good news, guys, those women are out there. Plenty. And they'll take you as is. They'll take you as she'll give you her money. She'll put up with you not washing your ass. She'll put up with your dirty fingernails. So they are out there. Now, if you're not ashamed to be that type of man in her life, you like it, I love it.
Yep.
You like it, I love it.
I have one more celibacy question. In celibacy, is there masturbation in celibacy?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Are you
okay? All right.
You better know it.
Gee, listen, honey. Listen,
it'd be candles lit and every goddamn thing, okay? Shit. Fuck that. We making love tonight.
Okay. All right. I taking my little shower, putting my hair up. I'll be like, you ready, girl? I'm ready.
I've never got that into it. Well, I'm like setting the mood and shit. Well,
shit, it'd be the closest to a lesbian relationship I ever get to.
I do have LED lights in my room. Sometimes they be red. Sometimes they be red.
Sometimes they be red.
I mean, overall, I get it, Jen. I understand where you're coming from. I mean, me personally, I don't like the idea of having to cook the bacon after I go out there and get it. I don't like that shit anymore.
Okay, see, it's the same thing.
And I gotta fucking fry this shit up myself. Like, this ain't cool. Like, something feels off here.
It's true. Like, nobody can have it all.
Yeah, nobody, and it's not, and that's a thing that a lot of people that go celibate, they do it again. They either make a vow or they try to hit a goal. I'm literally celibate because I'm not in a relationship. If I got in a relationship, a month from now, I'm gonna get the Hulk smashing, like I said. I'm not in a relationship. That's all it is. I'm not like, I'm gonna make it one more year. However, going back to what Lily said, once it's a habit, like it's like you think about it less and less and less, and you think about, oh, what else can I get done with all this free time and all this free emotion.
Yes.
And connection of feelings. Now that I'm not connected to anybody, worried about where is he? Why hasn't he called me? Let me call him back. Blah, blah. Oh my God, he's coming to see me. I got to be ready. I got to cook this. When you don't have that on your plate, you get so much more done. You get so much more done. And not only that, but I look at people sideways that don't understand, men and women that don't understand that shit is very fucking necessary for success.
Well, I think more men should try to be celibate. They might accomplish more shit.
Oh,
you know. And I say that because I have friends that I've always had hobbies. I've always like done music. I've always had shit that I like to do. I have friends that all they wanted to do was find pussy.
Yep.
And that if they wasn't at their job, they were trying to find pussy, and that's kind of like consume their life, and they didn't do anything other than just work that job and shit like that.
Yep.
So to Jen's point, like you, and I love that you brought that up. To Jen's point, that is the equivalent of looking for drugs, and you're looking for it to do the same thing that you're looking for the drug to do, which is to take your mind off of what you're not accomplishing, because you may feel like a failure, or it's keeping you away from accomplishing stuff, which is turning you into a failure. Then you start feeling like a failure, because that's what drugs does as well. Like you're doing it to escape from one problem, but it's really creating more problems down the line. So that was one of the things that I took away from it as well. After everyone was just like the way that they would respond, I was like, this means something different to you than it does to me.
Absolutely. That's what it is. A Bountiful Soul says, hey, everyone, 2 years is light work. I stopped in 2018 because I can't see myself with another other than my ex, and I won't take him back. He keeps trying to make up. I will not allow another betrayal. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Right. Yeah, I feel you.
Wait a minute.
I feel you.
There's a lot
I already
there.
know
There's
what
a
you're going to
lot
say.
there.
Go ahead.
There's a lot there. There's a lot there. Let's go ahead and dissect. Let's break it down.
I mean, Kyrie, you could take it. We haven't seen you in a while.
Right. You can't see yourself with anybody other than your ex. So that kind of makes me feel like you feel like your ex is the perfect person for you, but there's all this betrayal that keeps happening. You don't want somebody like your ex. There's mad betrayal.
She just want that dick. She
won't take him back. Yeah, she probably still fucking him though. She probably still fucking him.
No, I mean, yo, just go have sex with him.
Well, no, she's not, because she said she's celibate since 2018. God damn.
Oh yeah, that's correct. Oh, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She thinks about it though. She thinks about it.
Apparently.
President.
So I think what you would have to do, I read it in a Narcissist book. What you would have to do is lower your expectations. If you can't see yourself with anybody else, but get back with him, but understand that he's going to cheat.
I saw a pussy when I was getting into technology.
Did you now?
I saw a pussy for a year, man. I had to get deep into my books. I had to master certain things. I taught myself how to code on paper than actually code on computer. Yeah, man. Let me tell you something. If a man swears off all the pleasures of the flesh for 1 year and concentrates on his purpose, you'd be surprised where he is, man. Like look at niggas in jail. Niggas in jail master like electrical engineering within 6 fucking months.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? These motherfuckers know how to build a DeLorean. They know how to make a battery. They know how to do a whole bunch of fucking.
This is true.
Niggas be mad.
Focus.
They be mad MacGyverish in jail with all that free time.
I'll be on the phone with a nigga, be like, yeah, because I made this cell phone battery. I'm like, nigga, how can you barely read past a 4th grade level and you mastered electrical engineering within 6 fucking months?
I heard about them making those rechargeable batteries in there. Bountiful Soul says no, but my body takes care of itself without me even trying. I guess that's a blessing for me. That's probably why I'm always happy. Well, go ahead, girl.
Yeah.
Go ahead. More power.
Sound like she has an orgasm if her thighs rub together.
She walks too fast. It's like, oh.
Her body takes care of itself.
I ain't mad at that. I'm like, shit, how you make that work, girl?
I'm being silly.
So we can segue into the topic. The topic is, are they looking for love or help? And it's kind of like what I was saying about this. And if anybody in the chat has a question about my celibacy or anybody in the panel, feel free. We can get into it. I'm open book tonight. That will close when we get off of here about this subject. Anyway, are they looking for love or help? Lots of people are out in the world looking for help, not love. And I don't just mean in a monetary way, right? Because we all know people get with each other because it's like, shit, I ain't got no money. Right? She got money or he got money. Again, not gender specific. Some people are looking for a place to stay. You got the hobosexual, right? So, and I think we've both been on both sides, but here's how, right? Because when people hear that, are you looking for love or help? They'll automatically think, oh, somebody trying to help me get a bag or whatever. But no, there are people that get with you because they're looking for help to fill a void, right? Of some sort of deficiency they have, be it trauma, right? That they got from the way they were reared by their parents, right? Trauma. So it's like, let me get into this relationship and then I'll have this person supplement what I'm not facing for myself. So that's another way. It's not always just money. There's sex. Like, I just want to get sex on tap, and it's easier to connect with you and have you on speed dial than it is to be out there in the street. Some people do it for sex, men and women, again, not gender specific. So can we get into, are they looking for love or help? And have you guys been on either side or both sides?
I've been on the side of, I've used things such as sex, drugs, a whole bunch of things as a space of distraction when either dealing with a particular situation or dealing with a particular failure that I should have sat down and dealt with, but I just ignored. And I filled that space up with, went out there with pussy, drinking, whatever, abusing any kind of drug or whatever, anything to numb myself and keep myself from being sane enough to think about what happened. But eventually all that does is just prolong the inevitable, and the inevitable being you have to face what you need to face. Or
now,
did you continue to be a slave to the situation?
So did you entertain a full-blown relationship knowing you were there for an ulterior motive that had nothing to do with pairing with this person forever? Were you ever in a situation like that where you're like, look, I'm here. She don't fucking know, but the reason why I'm here is because X, Y, and Z. And she thought it was like, oh, it's a relationship.
Feel them. You know what I mean? Others, it was just, hey, it is what it is right now. I just need your body. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Tell the truth, shame the devil. Kari, you was nodding your head.
Yeah, for me, there was definitely times where I needed help, and not financially, but just sexually, emotionally, especially when I first got separated. I was dealing with a girl for like 4 years, and I knew damn well I wasn't trying to be in nothing serious, but she was there for me emotionally. She was there for me sexually. We had amazing sex. It was the most toxic shit ever, and it was toxic because she wanted me to commit to a relationship, and I just wasn't in that position to do that,
Right.
But I still had her around,
right?
Because I needed help dealing with getting over my shit.
That's deep. That's deep. Thank you for the super chat, Louis Kanye. What's up to you as well? That's deep, and it's great to hear because a lot of people deny that. A lot of people, like you, women and men, they'll be in a full-blown relationship in their mind, and the other person is like, shit, once I hit a lick, it's the deuces. right? But
Mm-hmm.
but while you're there from the outside looking in into that person, it looks like a relationship to that person. And in the back of your mind, you're like, it could be anything. This person's not my style. I don't
Right.
like them you know what I mean? I don't like
Right.
the whatever, but they here for now. So it's all
Mm-hmm.
good. Whatever.
Right.
And it happens more often than not, I think.
Yes,
I mean, the
it
human
does.
component of this is that a lot of times when you go through things, you go for what you know. And I know detachment, I know violence, I know toxicity, because I was born around that. So I don't know peace or sitting down or letting things marinate. I just know what I know. So when I was going through whatever I went through, I went towards noise because that's all I knew. Not understanding that just because that's all I knew doesn't mean that it's productive.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to take myself away from that and really sit down and really think about things and tackle, certain things in order to really get over the hump that I was. Essentially, I had to do the work just like I tell other people to do.
Right. So, I always say you either going to pay on the front end or you're going to pay on the back end, but the back end come with interest. So the longer you take to address whatever issue you're not addressing, it's just going to compound. And so, yeah, I've definitely been guilty of this as well. Especially earlier, I'm very clear on this, that earlier in my life, my relationships were meant to be an esteem boost, right? Because I had a really low self-esteem and really low self-worth. And so I used to think that like, oh, this one is going to do it. Right. So a lot of them and which, we already know how that story went. It actually does the opposite. It does the opposite. So with each one of those, because I was doing it for the wrong reason, it was like chipping away at my self-esteem even more. And so, yeah, eventually I had to address that. So for me, yeah, it was definitely avoiding me. A lot of people get in relationships to avoid themselves, for real.
Oh, I know I've done that. I have done that. Because if you make that person like your focus, then you don't have to worry about you. And there was something many years ago, I had that like fear of success that a lot of people have, right? So I would literally find myself like I would get with somebody that was an artist or kind of an artist or sort of an artist, and then I would develop them, right? And then they would move on, and then they would start acting or modeling or going back to, whatever it is they did. And I was like, yay. And then I would live vicariously through them. And then that was like my kind of like making it, right? But not making it because I'm like, oh, I helped that person do it. And I had to catch that about myself. And I would say late in life, recently is the first time I was like, Jen, all that shit you gave to people and all that help you gave them artistically, what would happen if you gave it to yourself? What would happen if you gave it to people who are reciprocating? Right? What would happen?
I was about to say.
And now it's like
somebody that invests in you.
Right. And now it's like, it's magical now. I got to say now is like I'm having a really, really good time. Like when people ask me now, how you doing? I'm like, I'm wonderful. I'm amazing. Even if I have a crazy day, I'm like, I'm good. I have no complaints in comparison to people that could complain about life. I'm like, I'm good. I'm amazing. But it's funny that on social media, people try to paint you or make you this thing that you're not. And it's funny to me. It's like, you think I've been through what I've been through in my life, experience it and overcome things so I can let some dude with a dyed beard in a dark room tell me that I'm not who I say I am. Do the voice, Haran. So he can tell. I'm like, no, you can't do that. You will not do that. I forbid it.
That was a little extra funny to me because I recently dyed my beard.
I said the other day, I'm going to invest in beard dye. I'm going to invest in beard dye. That is what I'm going to do.
But I tell you what, you know what made me dye my beard?
What was it?
I've been looking for a new
So what
job
was
lately.
it?
I've been looking
Uh-huh.
for a new job lately, and I've been doing these Zoom interviews, you
Mhm.
know, and I'm talking with these tech guys that are younger than me,
A lot
you
younger, I'm
know,
sure. Mhm.
right? You know, and
They
it's
start
like,
young.
are they thinking, look at this old nigga. He can't he's stuck in
You
his ways.
right?
We
You got
can't
a
teach him
valid. You got a
nothing.
valid.
You
You
know what
got
I'm
a valid
saying?
reason. I'll let you
You got a
slide.
valid. Yeah.
So after feeling like I'm like, you know what? Because I'm passing all of their motherfucking tech screenings. You know, I'm
Mhm.
passing that
Mhm.
with flying colors. But for
Mhm.
some reason, I'm not getting past some of these face-to-face interviews. You know, when it's just like one
Ah.
person and shit like that. Like, you know what? Let me down my shit, see if it changed. So
Yeah.
That's a valid reason.
That's a bit. Listen, I don't mind a dyed beard, long as you're not on social media calling women old and hit the wall. That's when I have an issue with you, because I'll throw water on you and ruin your whole stream.
Right.
It's funny, Ty, you should say that because I've been in a number of meetings with couple of tech kids. Essentially, they look like a good 5-10 years younger than me, and I own the fact that I've been around the block. However, I still during the interview create this atmosphere of this difference between being the old tech dude and you're that old tech dude that nobody wants to be around. The guy that's like ornery, he knows every fucking thing. Like, you don't want to be the know-it-all. You don't want to be you don't want to be that tech guy, the pompous one, be like, oh, you kids don't know shit. You don't want to be that. So I try not to do that. Because one thing, especially with the tech world, one thing I learned is that own what the fuck you are, man. Own what the fuck you are. Everybody knows you're old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
right.
Just fucking own it. But look for ways to use it to your advantage, though.
No Saints Man show is on Sunday.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah. The man show.
So on
Because
right.
they was like they want to run off with it. Y'all just hijacked it. I was like,
what this shit is. I see what this shit is. See the brothers.
You know, once you say the word, once you say the word tech, just understand you're in computer science class with this one here. Is that like just Jesus? So what do you think, guys? Today, we've all been there, done that on both sides, probably, right? We are well seasoned people. Could you recognize someone that's doing that to you now? I'm specifically talking to the men, because women, we are the masters of the mirage. We are the masters of the mirage. One thing a woman can do is make you feel like you got the biggest dick. Your wallet don't matter. You tall enough. You good enough. And we are bullshitting, right? But we are the masters of mirage, right? So could you tell today if a woman did that? Or would you just be like, well, she letting me hit, so I don't care. I don't care if she's really into me.
So you basically saying that I was right yesterday when I said that a woman to tell you anything you want to hear? You basically telling me that I was right. Okay.
Yeah.
at least you can be keeping it on. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it 100 because I've done it.
Oh, I mean, of course I can spot it now. And if you've been around the block, you're like, yeah, okay, baby. I'm sure. I mean, come on. I mean, like women can as delicate as we try to make women out to be, they can withstand some shit. So, you know what I mean? They can withstand some things. So when they start doing all that, and they make themselves small and so on and so forth, you know what I mean? Just play along. Sometimes it's just best to play along. We do the dance and so on. But in the side of your eye, you're like, yeah, okay.
I mean, that's a great point. That's the clue when we're making ourselves small, because women are a force. So if we're making ourselves small, you must know there's something behind the smoke and mirrors, because we are not small. We are a force. Okay. We are Mother
Like
Earth.
when I told you, Jen, certain times when certain women call my house and their voice is very light and very faunish. I already know, like, here we go.
You talk about when women want money, the shit that we start with. We say like you'll call them and be
hey,
like,
how you
we'll say,
doing? Like, hey, yeah,
oh,
yes.
we go to opposite, be like, oh, I'm so fucking mad right now.
Damn, I'm so stressed out. I'm so stressed out right now.
How you doing? I'm fucking stressed because I hate people sometimes. I can't believe this.
I feel like women like that always talk about what they ex niggas used to do for them.
Oh,
You
damn.
know?
Wow.
A lot of women be like, from my experience, a lot of women try to allude that I should be spending money. They try to talk about what they past niggas used to do, type of shit. I'd be like, oh, that's cool. I don't mean I'm gonna do it. I do what I want to do.
My last nigga bought me a Bentley. I was like, oh yeah, good for him. Like,
oh, yeah, yo, wow. Where's it at? Right. Take it back.
Right.
Oh, shit. So POP, I got bad news for you, hon. Welcome, POP. How are you, darling? He says, I never respect people using relationships to get over someone else. Take the time alone to get your mind right. People don't do that.
Hell,
That's not how people. That's not how people.
I've
work.
realized
because I used
the best way to get over somebody is to get under somebody new.
You just took the words right out of my mouth. That's what I was about to say.
Yep.
Now, my confession was in hindsight, is why I knew these things. At the time, I didn't really understand all of that shit, because for me, that was like my first ever real breakup in my whole life, was my marriage falling apart. You know, I never had like no real serious relationships prior to that. So I didn't really understand all of that heartbreak and shit. That was my first time like dealing with any of that shit. So
you got married young?
Yeah, I got married at like 22.
Oh,
yeah.
That should be illegal. God damn.
That wasn't gonna work, baby. And when did you get divorced?
We was officially married 18 years. But we was separated after about 12, 13 years. And it took quite a few years for us to actually get divorced and shit like that.
Right.
You know? But we're really good friends, though. You know, we actually live in the same fucking apartment complex, you know?
Oh, shit. Well,
friends. Okay.
So you could go get ketchup and sugar and shit. Like, yo, I ran out of ketchup.
Yeah.
That's dope.
She's cooked dinner for us sometimes, because my son stays with me. She has a 1-bedroom. You know, I have multiple bedrooms. So my son stays with me, and she moved over here after her and her ex broke up and shit like that. So she can be close to my son. So there doesn't have to be that back and forth between traveling between my house and her house type of shit, you know?
That's
and we was able to do that because we're
That's the way to
friends.
go.
Go ahead.
That's how I like to hear that.
I ain't mad at that.
It took a while for us to. It took a little while for us to get that mature.
It always does. It always does. Like in the beginning, it's like, I am going to drag you until all your limbs pop off. And then,
right.
And then you get older and you're like, you know.
Yep.
Black Lexicon says, I disagree with POP on different levels, though. If you are not dating right away after a relationship because you are blaming yourself for it ending, that is not a good thing. I just know that, you know, it sounds great. Like, it's like, hey, you broke up with somebody, take some time for yourself. But that's not what people normally do. They call, you know, they monkey bar into relationships. And they not only do it because they're lonely, but they do it because it works. Like, it really does help you. Unfortunately, people may not like this, but unfortunately, being with other people helps you get over the hump of the heartbreak of somebody else.
Very much so. And I would say this, in addition to that, that's very true. But at some point, I suggest take a break. Because if you're monkey bar, there's never any chance to figure some things out. But
let me tell you, I know so many people that monkey bar forever. And I'm like, so you're not gonna you're not just gonna chill for maybe a little 6 months? No. Okay.
Well, you're not talking about J-Lo, are you?
Do those people have any other interests outside of their
monkey bar? She hopscotch. She's like, the next box is another dude. She don't even put the effort in other monkey bar. She's like, hopscotch. Next box. Ooh, that lady. I'm talking about a revolving door, really. You know, and I think going back to what you said, Lily, I think people are just running from themselves when they do that. It's like they're afraid to spend that time alone. It's like,
Yep.
if I spend time alone, then I got to deal with myself, and I don't want to deal with myself. So, you
Mhm.
know, if I get with somebody else, then I feel a lot better. I don't got to look at myself. What else? What else? What else? No saint has been quiet the whole time.
Hello.
Just because you married doesn't mean you ain't got some shit to say. No saint.
No. I was I'm trying to think of the last question you had. No, the last question you were asking.
I don't think you answered the first one. Or was it the last one about
Hey,
have
Rod.
you ever been in a relationship?
Well, yeah,
And
that. Yeah, I've yeah, the in between, and then like I've been in a thing where I was in a like not a serious relationship, but I was like messing around with another lady, and then my ex called me back type thing, and I was like, okay, it's time to go. It's time to go back. You know, it's time to go back to the other. So like but I hadn't done it often, but yeah, there's, you know, if I would have had opportunities to do it every time I was in a heartbreak situation, I probably would have done it. Because yeah, it sucks to be crushed. It
yeah,
sucks.
It sure does.
it does
Yeah.
not feel good.
The other one, there was another one. I thought there was another question she asked.
You were quiet all that time. You should have been paying attention.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I was listening at the time, but I'm tired.
Would you
I'm
be?
really
Would you?
tired.
Okay. Would you be able to tell if somebody was just being with you because
Yeah.
they wanted help?
I would say compared to when I was young, I'd say probably 85% of the time I could probably pick it up. I think there's a 15% chance that I could still get locked up. You know, I could still get tricked. Like a 15%, like probably 85% of the things I could probably recognize. There might be some tricks I haven't seen, but yeah. So I'm not saying I can't be tricked, because I think
With women, there's always tricks you haven't seen.
yeah. Right.
Like I said, women are the masters of the mirage. And maybe one day we'll have a whole topic on that. Women, masters of the mirage. And then I'll spill some
They give
secrets.
they look at you with that Puss in Boots look, and that's it. Your eyes lock, and you're just like Puss in Boots in the Shrek.
We do
Look
we
at
do
those
the
little
Disney.
innocent eyes, and then all of a sudden he takes the claws out and starts slicing up.
Thank you for this super sticker, Rod Thunderheart. We will read this last super chat and then we will get out here. Told you guys we weren't going to be here all night, but we did not want to be absent. Lily, check this super chat. A bountiful soul says, years ago, I stayed in a relationship with this Mexican for 1.7 years because I didn't want the whole label one night stand. I call it my lesbian stint. He hated when I called him my lesbian lover. Why did you call him?
Right there. This is so much impact.
I know.
There's a bountiful soul.
He had long
I
hair.
love her. I
know.
love her comment.
Go
on
on.
the
Bountiful soul. I hope one day you come up. We'd love to have you.
I was actually trying to tell the stories.
Right. I love it.
I'd love to see you on the panel one day. Why was it why did you call him your lesbian lover?
Yeah, I'm confused.
So that's interesting. I guess she's saying she met the Mexican, slept with him, but then stayed with him because she didn't want the whole label because it was a one night stand.
Maybe
That's
she
interesting.
only let him like eat it.
Oh, okay. Now we might be getting somewhere. We might be getting somewhere.
Get down there.
'cause
You're my lesbian bitch.
No, listen, because remember I called Ed that. I called Ed that because, you know, he had bad erectile dysfunction. So I'm like, I felt like a lesbian. I was like, I felt like I was with a woman, and that had to end.
Oh man, there's so many things you could say off of that comment, but
What?
no, I'm just looking at the whole. It's funny.
That Mexican.
There's a Mexican and lesbian love, one night stand.
So,
It's just makes a
So he
great
was a
book.
Mexican. So he was a Mexican munch, huh?
Yeah, like I'm about to say something, but I'm not gonna say it.
Go ahead. Go ahead. No, say it.
No.
Go ahead. Say it. No, say it.
Get that in there and eat that taco.
There it is. There it is.
It always comes out. Like I said.
You know what? That gets one more shot. That gets one more shot.
Let's give it some time.
Yeah, they just got to get comfortable, Haran. They just got to get comfortable.
Always. No fans. Undefeated.
Eat that taco.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna end. We had an hour for y'all tonight. Tomorrow we will be back for the regular 2. Tomorrow's what, Lily? Thursday.
I think yes, it is Thursday. We're going to go ahead and do Thursday again this week.
Okay, so we'll have a nice full show for you guys tomorrow. We did not want to be absent tonight. Kari, thank you so much for coming up and being honest. People need to
Thank you for
hear.
having me. And also, you got an additional like because I had to pull it up and check it out for myself.
Yeah, I just saw myself wiggling when you put it up. I was like, what the hell? Who is that? Oh, that's me.
Go check out on the block with Jen on Instagram. You can check out that video.
Oh my God, that's funny. It's a cute video. So I want to say this, guys. I was gonna send them over to your channel, no saying, but you tired, so we'll end it for tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a bad night last night, so yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Oh, I hope you feel better.
Yeah. Hopefully I can get some sleep. I'm tired.
Get some sleep and be ready for tomorrow. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for joining us. I have some gigs to get to. And I will see you guys mañana. Love you all. Good night on the block with Jen on Instagram. Go get you some eye candy, bitch. All right. Good night.
Good night.
All right, y'all.
Good night. Hit that like and subscribe on your way out the door from mama. And we will be back mañana. Okay. So be back. And if you need more, because we only gave you an hour, take a little scroll through yesterday's or the day before stream, which was really, really good. Yesterday was really, really good. All right, guys. Good night.